All right, hello everyone. My name is Patrick Wolak. I work in the Graduate Studies office on the Stockton campus. And so today I just wanted to give you a brief overview of our office and also go over some of the notorious checklist items that you may already be aware of and some of you have already completed. But just have a short presentation to help guide you through some of the services that we offer on the Stockton campus. So if you ever have the pleasure of traveling to Stockton, please do stop by Knowles Hall, second floor. And you'll find two offices up there, the Office of Research and Graduate Studies and Graduate Enrollment Office. And so we kind of have two offices, but we're all friends. We all hang out. We like each other. But we are kind of separate entities here. For Graduate Studies, we handle orientation and professional development trainings. We also do thesis and dissertation approval. I have the lovely job of checking the formatting of all of the theses and dissertations that come through our graduate programs. But we also set policies and procedures. We handle graduate assistantships, and then, of course, research funding support. So from the admission side or enrollment, you probably met some of these people already. Maybe you recognize Lynette and Clara. They probably assisted you with your application processing. They do GPA calculation, and also they collect recommendations from the departments for admission, and of course they keep records as well.
And I'm just going to introduce myself really quick. I'm Olivia Nash. I'm the Director of Graduate Admissions, so I lead our Graduate Admission Office, and we're the pesky folks that made you submit official transcripts from every single school you've ever attended, so apologize for that, but we're just really excited to have you here. Welcome, and it's been a pleasure working with you the last few months or even the last year, and we're just so excited to have you start your program here in San Francisco.
So as you notice in this presentation here, you'll see some hyperlinks, and I'll be sure on Monday to send everyone a copy of this PDF, so you'll have easy reference to all of the sites that we reference, and of course the emails as well. But as far as academic requirements are concerned, you will need to follow the guidelines within the catalog, which can be found online. And I think one thing you need to pay attention to are kind of the general graduate requirements, for example, having a 3.0 GPA, things of that nature. You'll always want to check those against the program requirements because some program requirements might differ in regards to GPA and some of the other requirements that we have. But at the end of the day, the Office of the Registrar is the final clearance for degree awards and grades and things of that nature. And as with student accounts, there's a form online for everything. I won't go through this wonderful list here, but we do have a General Graduate Studies forms page, and if you cannot find the forms that you're looking for on this page, you can always look for these forms on Registrar's website as well. Here's some contact info. Again, you don't have to write these down. I'll make sure you have this information on Monday, but we do have the admission email, and I believe on another slide I have the grad school email as well. But if you have any questions about your application, if you still need to submit official transcripts and things like that, you can contact the General Grad Admission email address. For graduate assistantships, I believe at this time none of you have assistantships, but if that may change, Linda Hughes is a representative on campus who handles those. And of course, thesis and dissertation review. Those of you that may do a thesis, be a little ways down the road, but I'll be the main contact for that. And of course, for grants, research, and sponsored programs, we have Christine Fluter-Brown. And so this is the dream team in the Research and Graduate Studies office. And so if you need anything, don't hesitate to contact us.
And a lot of the contact information is in that student information guide that we handed you in the beginning when you came in.
Okay. And again, I know we introduced Pamela Posey already, but I do have her email here and the extension. If you want to use one of these wonderful phones on campus, you can reach her through this extension. And also, I should say, this is the Graduate Student Association, so that might make it more enticing for you. But we do have new presidents this year, Josh Harsman and John Wynn. We'll be reaching out to some of you in the coming months. I know the Graduate Student Association, they support the Stockton students, but they are interested in getting representatives from the San Francisco campus. And so hopefully in the next couple months we can get some information out to you regarding that. But this association, they set up social events on campus and try to connect all of the graduate students in the many programs that we have at Pacific. But at the end of the day, we're here to support you. I've received many emails from some of you in the room already. We're happy to help. If you're not sure who to contact, you can always send an email to the generic grad school email address, and I promise you we'll at least point you in the right direction if we can't answer your question directly. But a few things to do. Of course, review the policies, which will be in the graduate catalog. Review the deadlines as well. We do have a graduate calendar, but the registrar calendar is also a good reference as well, especially for audiology students. You'll follow a separate calendar, and I'll explain that in my email on Monday. But of course, as Jean said, you need to register and pay for your classes online. And of course, as it was already mentioned, the student email is your regular contact address moving forward for all communication from the university. So finally, I want to go through a couple of checklist items here. The first one being immunization compliance and health insurance. I would say the first bit of advice I'll give you, if you see a deadline that's already passed, don't panic. You can contact me directly. I'll help you through it. But I know on the website there might have been some confusing information, but I think the biggest source of confusion is the immunization compliance. And you'll be able to follow this hyperlink online and see the requirements for your program. But actually my first recommendation would be to follow up on your status via the My Health at Pacific site. As all programs have different requirements, this site will tell you exactly what you're missing, because maybe one program needs this type of vaccine and this program doesn't, but this would kind of be your first source to determine what immunizations are needed. Health services, if you're interested in applying for insurance, I have a link to the enrollment form here. But I will say for the fall 2015 semester, the insurance waiver is not required. And I think that's been clarified by this point, but if you're still unsure about that, I just want to put it in writing for you right here. But I cannot speak to the spring semester, so we will follow up with you regarding that. So if you have not registered, please consult your advisor. Registration can be done through Inside Pacific, and I have some resources for you as well. If you haven't applied for your courses, your advisor will be able to walk you through the general process, but there's a lot of good walkthroughs on the registrar site, and they'll take you in the right direction. But again, you can contact the registrar or contact me, and we'll make sure you get registered. Just a quick introduction to Canvas. You may have heard of Canvas already. If you've logged into the online orientation course, you're familiar with the layout of that. This is the general website for Canvas. And for this website, you'll be using your Pacific ID and password, and that's the password that's the login and password that you use for Inside Pacific. But you should be fine if you received the invitation to the online orientation course. You should be able to click that and log in directly with your Pacific ID, and it should take you there. And I'll kind of go into this as well. The Center for Teaching and Learning on the Stockton campus has created a wonderful Canvas orientation course, and that's also included in the online course. So again, I have a link to the orientation site here in this PDF, but it is recommended that you enroll in the online course via the link sent to your email address. So all of you that are here today, you're not required to complete anything for the online course. It's merely there as a reference to all the materials that we discussed today. The videos will be uploaded probably by Monday of next week. So if you want to see this video again, you're more than welcome to it. But in general, it just serves as a reference for you. all the information that's in the student guide that you have, the student conduct, the calendars, all of that will be available in the orientation course as well for your reference. So, if you have any issues, I notice a lot of people haven't logged into it yet. If you have issues or you can't find the link, just send me an email. You can send it directly to me, and I'll make sure that you have that link. But essentially, with this course, the first place you want to start is the orientation checklist. This will kind of go through some of the items that are required to start classes here. And also we have online modules as well. And these are on the main page. You can scroll down through all of the modules on the main page, or you can just click the link here in the left-hand menu. And as you see, these are some of the live pages now. Student accounts and campus safety, those are currently locked, and they'll be available after we upload the video content. But you'll see here with the introduction, I did not get any pre-arrival questions, so I assume everyone's good to go. But we do have the checklist. The schedule will not be relevant to you now, but the contact information is there. Pamela Posey's information can be found there. And then we also have some resources as well. All of the resources are listed in your information guide, but you can use this site to do the quick links if you need to email someone. And again, we have registration information, links, and you'll want to eventually click on this orientation course, as many of your courses will be using our new Canvas LMS.